Hey! Oh my gosh, happy first day of back to school for a lot of people. I know there were some kids that already went back to school. I think that's crazy. I'm glad my kids go back after Labor Day, but thanks for hopping on my video. I know it's been a crazy day for a lot of moms out there. Make sure you're dropping me a hi in the comments because you're not with me live and I can't say hi to you and I want to. So drop it in the comments. Hey guys, it is Jody Dunn coming at you live tonight. I have a great subject to discuss tonight because I think it is so incredibly confusing. I know that it still confuses me. Have you ever heard anybody throw around warm tone, cool tone, and you're like, what the heck am I? I have no idea if I'm warm tone or if I'm cool tone. That was me forever and ever. And to be honest with you, I still get confused. It is so incredibly confusing. Hey, say hi if you're on. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for joining. So we are going to talk about tonight how to figure out if you are warm tone or cool tone. And you guys, this will affect anything to do with fashion or makeup. So the colors of clothes that you wear, the color of foundation that you wear, it can affect the lipstick color you wear, all those types of things. So we are going to talk about how to figure it out, and hopefully it will be less confusing because like I said, like this confuses me all the time. It still confuses me. And I have to like really think about, oh, am I warm tone? Am I cool tone? If I have a customer wanting a color match, are they warm tone? Are they cool tone? Like, what are their undertones so that I can figure it out? I don't know why it has to be so confusing, but it is. All right, so we're going to start off today with a half-face foundation application. I'm not doing the crazy tape that I did the one time to show you, but I got some props, you guys. I got props for you. All right, so I have my foundation here. I am the color Shinto 2. This is our amazing botanical foundation. Seriously, such an incredible foundation, you guys. It is wax-based, unlike anything you've ever tried. Pigmentation of at least 50%, meaning most of the product is simply the color. So you need so little product. It is a full coverage. It is great for every single skin tone. I'm going to take my buffer brush. Hey, Sandra, thanks for joining. How'd you do with first day of school? And how'd your little one do? All right, we're going to get this on real quick. I'm doing this first, and then I'm going to share all the goods with you guys. All right, so let's take a look. I have redness. I have spotting. Okay, this is what my skin looks like with nothing on. So I take my buffer brush in circular motions, and you guys, Shinto 2 is a warm color, meaning it has yellow undertones, yellow or peachy undertones. So we are going to talk about why I wear this color, and again, help you figure out what your undertones are, so that no matter what foundation you use, you're going to be able to get a much better match, because it's pretty frustrating to not be able to get a good match with foundation. And if you don't understand undertones, that could be why. Hey, Sarah, thanks for joining my partner. Hey, Kelly, how are you? All right, we're not doing like the true half face with the tape and all that, but you're still going to get a great idea here of what this amazing foundation does. I love it because it looks like skin. Like I said, it's full coverage. It's good for every single skin type. So, if you have oily skin or you have dry skin, you've probably done different things like liquid foundations or BB creams or powder foundations. This one does it all. So here we go. Looks like healthy looking skin over here. And this is my skin with nothing. Take a look at at the side of my nose, all the redness that it covers up. Okay, I stinking love this foundation. Like, love it. It is the best foundation I truly, truly have ever used. And it is used by celebrities and TV personalities because it is wax-based. It looks like skin. So when they're on film, they're on camera, they can't be looking like they got caked up makeup on. And it's finally available to us everyday women. So I love it. All right. So we have, you're at work. Shh. Kelly, you know I cannot be quiet. I have a loud voice that carries. You better turn the volume down. All right. So Shinto 2, that's my color. I'm probably going to be transitioning soon. I'm actually sometimes mixing with Shinto 1 because I'm starting to lose a little bit of color that I've got from the sun. But the Shinto family is like for yellow undertones. Okay, so let's talk about warm tone, cool tone, and neutrals, you guys, the freaks of nature that are neutrals. All right, so cool tones. Cool tones are going to be your pinks, your reds, and like bluish undertones, okay? Your warm tones are going to be your yellows, your peaches, and your golden undertones. And then your neutrals are a mix of both. So I think a lot of confusion comes in, and I've got my props. I put my girls to work today. I got my props, you guys. This is how I always try to remember what cool and warm undertones meant. So we have our warm undertones. Hello, it's Mr. Sun. Isn't he so awesome? Isn't that the cutest little son? My fifth made that for me. So when I thought about warm undertones, I thought about the sun, right? The sun is warm and golden and beautiful. So warm undertones. Then when I thought about Mr. Frosty, the snowman, he's cool because he's in the winter and it's cold. So those are your cool undertones. Here's the problem with that, you guys. Now, this does work a lot of the time, but the problem is I'm going to give you two really stark examples. When you are judging an undertone, typically people will look at their skin. If you want to look at my skin, it is very pinky, which would suggest a cool undertone. But I just used a warm undertone foundation. What? Crazy, right? So two stark examples. You guys know who Nicole Kidman is. Beautiful porcelain skin. If you were to look at her, you would probably think she is a cool undertone. She has very fair skin. She probably burns in the sun. She has to be very careful of her skin. Guys, she has a warm undertone. Crazy, right? And then if you look at Alec Weck, I'm not sure if I'm saying her last name right. She is a model and a fashion designer. Oh my gosh, the most beautiful, dark skin, complete polar opposite of Nicole Kidman. And she's a cool undertone. But you would look at her skin and you would think, oh, she's definitely a warm undertone because her skin is so dark. Nope, cool undertone. So there are going to be exceptions to those rules. All right, so here's how to tell if you are cool, if you are warm, if you are neutral. All right. We've all heard the sun thing, I'm sure. So if you burn in the sun, or if you have a medium complexion and you burn, but then it turns into a tan, you are a cool undertone. If you get in the sun and you tan so beautifully and nice and brown, you're a warm undertone. Okay, so that's one of the easiest ways to tell what your undertone is. Now, look at the veins on your wrist. This is another great way to tell what your undertone is. So if the veins on your wrist look blue, then you are a cool undertone. If the veins on your wrist look green, you're a warm undertone. Okay? Now, jewelry. This one, I don't know. They say this works, but I don't really know. They say if silver, not what your preference is, because your preference might be gold or silver, but if you look very good in silver and it complements you very well, then you are a cool undertone. But if you look very good in gold, then you are a warm undertone. So again, it doesn't have anything to do with preference on that one. It just has to do with what you look good in and what makes you look vibrant. The neutral test, okay? This is a great one. Neutral clothing. So if you for your skin to light up, your eyes to light up, your face to light up, that happens when you wear really white clothing, like stark white clothing, or black hued clothing looks really well on you, then you are a cool undertone. Where if more of an off-white or an ivory or brown colors really makes you, like your face look bright, your eyes look bright, then you're a warm undertone. Another one is eye color and hair is another way to tell which tone you are. So if you have blue, gray, green eyes with blonde hair or black hair that has like silver or violet hues in it, then you're a cool tone. Whereas if you have like more brown, amber, hazel eyes with strawberry blonde hair, red hair, then you are a warm undertone. So I wanted to talk about this subject tonight because this just happened to me, you guys. Just happened to me. I have a friend who is also my customer, and she has a very, very beautiful porcelain complexion. And she purchased the foundation a while ago and, a bunch of other things, skincare and things like that. And so we matched her with the foundation and everything was great. Well, then she introduced me to her sister, and her sister wanted to try some products, including the foundation. And I took a look at her picture and they look very similar. And I said, is your skin tone the same as your sister's? And she's like, yeah, pretty much. And I'm like, okay, here's your color. So she gets the color and she's like, you know what? I've really been out in the sun a lot this summer and I think it's a little too light for me. So I think I need a darker color. And I'm like, okay, let's keep you in that cool tone family because you've got that beautiful porcelain skin, even though you've got a tan now. Let's keep you in that cool tone family and let's go up. I think we went up 2 shades actually because she had gotten so much sun. And she messaged me and she said, the foundation is just not exactly looking the way it does on you, like skin. She goes, it's looking a little bit more like a powdery finish. And as soon as she said powdery finish, I was like, oh, we have the wrong tone. She's not a cool tone. She's a warm tone. So here I have 2 women that have almost the identical skin color, and this can happen. And one's a cool tone and one's a warm tone. So we tried the warm tone foundation on her and it matches so much better. So it can be very, very confusing. Now I am talking about you. Hey, Jessica. Oh my gosh. I love your sister. I love her. You guys are like so similar in personality. I had the best time talking to her today. And yeah, she is a freaking warm tone. I could not believe it. Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I am a freak of nature. Guys, I am one of those neutrals. So you saw me use a warm tone foundation that matches me very well. You can't see a line. I can also wear the cool tone foundations. I prefer the warm tone because I feel like it gives me a little bit more color. But when it comes to the sun, I pretty much will burn in the sun or get pink and then it turns to tan, which is cool. When it comes to the veins on my wrist, the veins on my wrist are green, not blue, which is warm. What else? The neutral test. So I look much better and get a lot more compliments when I wear really stark white colors as far as neutral clothing goes, or black colors versus browns. Browns like kind of wash me out. So the white and the black hues are cool. So I've got two cools and a warm. Eye color with, I have green eyes, obviously. That's cool. So I've got like 2 warms and 3 cools. So I'm like one of those ones that can go either way, but typically you'll have a preference. So that is what I got for you guys tonight. I know undertones can be so incredibly confusing. So incredibly confusing. So the key is you need to take more than just one area, okay? So if we say you burn in the sun and you're a cool tone, that's not necessarily true. I kind of burn in the sun and tan, but my veins are green, not blue. So I have both. So you got to go through a couple of these different things to figure out your undertones. Obviously, I am more than happy to help you with that if you need help figuring out your undertones. But like I said, it's not just foundation. Obviously, we're talking about makeup tonight, and we're talking about this beautiful coverage that I got from my warm tone foundation that I love. But it has to do with clothing too. So certain color clothing will make you just look vibrant and bright and beautiful, where other color clothing, depending on your undertones, will make you look more washed out and they're just not as flattering. So I hope that helps. Make sure that you don't make the mistake I do with Mr. Sun and Mr. Snowman. Kevin, I'm not burnt. That's what my skin looks like. I just have red skin. So, don't make the mistake with Mr. Sun and Mr. Snowman figuring out your undertones, because that is not always going to be the case. Think about Nicole Kidman, who we would assume is a cool tone, and she is a warm tone. Think about Alec Weck, who we would think is a warm tone, and she is a cool tone. All right, you guys, that's what I got for you tonight. I would so appreciate a share on this video because I know this is so incredibly confusing. It takes me, like I said, it took me forever to figure out my undertone, and still sometimes I have to go back through and go, oh, wait a second, what undertone is she? What undertone is she? Because it's just confusing. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps you pick a foundation color that matches your skin tone better so you're happier with your foundation. And if you have questions about my amazing foundation, message me. I would love to help you. All right, you guys, I hope you have a fabulous evening. I know my day was long with kids getting back to school, but I am going to see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.